Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, it's the world away, and we now got part 12 of Hachette Part Works, build the Spitfire Mk1a. I love issues like this because we're going to test the electrics in this one. The other thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be putting a panel, let's just show you this on the other camera here. We're going to be putting this panel at the bottom of where the engine's going to go. This is going to lift it up. This is eventually what we're going to be attaching the engine to, so it sits nicely in the bay that we made. So this is the what it's looking like at the moment without the engine in it. We need it this way because obviously we're going to test the propeller now. So I'll just put that to one side and show you the magazine. As you can see, we've got a battery box. I've got hundreds of these, but we will open that and put some new batteries in that. And we've got the plate and we've got a control board here. It's just showing us how to put the batteries into the control box, how to connect it up, and then we're going to test the propeller and see it going round. The only other thing we're going to do then, as I said, we're going to put this plate in here, and that's all we have to do. What I will do is do a test fit of the motor here, just to show you how it fits into that section there. In the next issue, part 13, as you can see here, we've got a fireproof bulkhead, and we've got some more piping details here. So that will hopefully be coming in a couple of weeks. At the moment, I'm getting them every other week, but I am still waiting for my subscription for these, which hasn't come through yet. So not sure when that's coming. When that comes, I might be able to do them a little bit quicker than I have been at the moment. But without further ado, let's get cracking. So the first thing we need is the battery box here, looking just like that. We need to put batteries in that. So what we have to do is take the screw just out the back here, like this. There we go. Open it up, and it's going to take 3 AA batteries, which I've got here. Making sure we orientate them so the flat edge is against the spring. That's 1, 2, 3. Put that back in, and then we put that in. That's all powered up, ready to test the propeller. Now let's hope that this works. We need the control board now. This is what the control board looks like, and we're going to be plugging this end into the larger end here, making sure the pins are aligned correctly so it can just slip in like this. And then we'll bring over the propeller, making sure this is in the off position. We don't want this on at the moment. And we're going to be plugging this into the larger ones of these ports here. So again, I'm making sure they're matched up. And I'll push that in, just like that. Hold this in the air. Then hopefully, on one of the cameras, we should see the propellers going round. There we go. It's cool, isn't it? I love playing with electrics. Oh, I just knocked it then. But that works perfectly. So it's nice to see that working and rotating lovely. So I'll turn that off. Let it just stop on its own accord. I'm glad the motor's working now. Lie that back down because we still need this section here. And then I'll keep this test board safe because we may be using this later on in the build. So I can put that to one side. Now we're going to be putting in the engine bearer, which looks just like this. And it's important to have it this way round, because these holes here need to face down, because we're going to be screwing 3 screws into this side underneath the fuselage here to keep this in place. Now, the way this goes, you can see we've got a little notch just at the end there. It's going to fit flush against that section there so that the actual parts are in line. So when I turn it over, I'll be able to screw this in. So you need all your hands ready for this. They are lined up, if you can see from the top there. We're using 2x4mm PM screws, so I'll get one of them in. That's the first one in, nice and tight, and then we'll do the others. So here's the second one, and last but not least, one more. They do give you a spare again on this one, so it is handy having those spare screws. And that's the third one in, just like that. Now if you remember, we had a little notch that we put in as an extra just down there. When we put the engine in, that notch is just going to fit in the section that we've got just down the bottom there. So when the engine goes in, we need to make sure that that slots in fine to that notch, and then when it does, that's how the engine sits in. You probably heard it click in then. It's nice and straight. It fits perfectly in there, as you can see, and it looks really good. I also thought I'd put the sides on just so you can see what that looks like when we've got all of that together as well. But yeah, that is that stage complete. I love episodes like that. I love it when we get to do the electrics. So nice quick one though. We do have a lot of fiddly details too, and it is worth bearing in mind that we do still have these parts here that we haven't used yet, so I'm keeping these safe as well for another time. It hasn't told us what to do with those, but obviously that's going to be in a later issue. I really do hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Tomorrow we're probably going to be doing either an X-Wing or a Bismarck, and we are going to be doing a live stream on Thursday. I apologise that there was no live stream on Tuesday, but normal service will resume on Thursday. So apart from that, take care.